makes the stop in the secondary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good. Block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30.
Welcome to the Fins tailgate. It's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. We live that aqua and orange from the field to the mic. Breaking down the plays, man, we talk it every night. From Tua to the defense, you know we keep it tight. NFL moves, you know we got the insight. We open up the floor, yeah, it's your time to shine. Fans drop the heat with opinions realigned. You got concerns, bring them, we're gonna chime. The Fins tailgate's where we keep it prime. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. The NFL's changing, but we stay on the grind. Latest breaking stories, we don't waste no time. From the trades to the rumors, we make them all align. At the Fins tailgate, we always on the climb. We're repping the Dolphins, but it's NFL wide. From South Beach to the league, we keep it worldwide. Got the fans engaged with the energy supplied. Come kick it at the tailgate, we're riding high tide. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. So if you love the game, you know we got the gate. Tune in, speak out, don't wait, it's your fate. This is the Fins tailgate, now watch us dominate. Miami Dolphins, NFL, yeah, we integrate.
What is happening, Dolphins fans, and welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate with your host, El Capitan. Tonight, on the tailgate party that never seems to stop, well, I was going to talk about a couple of, quick tidbits, kind of, go off of a little bit what we talked about last night. There's some, the early season predictions and, ESPN and other writers and stuff like that are predicting comeback player of the year, surprise player of the year, and rankings and stuff. We were going to talk a little bit about that, but I'll put a pin in that conversation. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow. But we're going to kind of pick up a little bit of where we left off last night, because there was a little bit of discussion about what's happening in some slander of one of the GOATs, one of the greatest of all time. There's belittling of our very own beloved Dan the Man Marino. And I get it, maybe a little bit in my feels when it comes to Dan and defending him and what he means to me and this team and this organization and this league for that matter. But straight lying on the man's name, straight making up stats, straight belittling the accomplishments he did create. I mean, and simply put, the only chance the Dolphins have had since the 70s at winning a Super Bowl has been Dan. It's the only real tangible closeness that we've been. And there's been a lot of back and forth discussion about this. Some on this panel, some on this program, some on in Twitter spaces. And there's been some narratives that we're going to talk on. But I do want to point out a lot of these talking points, a lot of this measurement of Dan's shortcomings is a narrative point that is used to facilitate the circumstances we've gotten ourselves into today. And I'm going to explain that momentarily before I bring up Color and Ali, who are waiting in the back. But tearing down Dan for his shortcomings is something I've seen happen over the last couple of years. And the reality of it is that for the longest time since losing Dan, all we ever talked about as Dolphin fans were finding the next Dan Marino to give us a shot to get back to the Super Bowl and win it. And after Chad Pennington and him doing what he did with us in the playoffs and did something out of nothing with the Wildcat years, and after the failed Ryan Tannehill debacle that came up short, and he was obviously not the next Dan Marino, we changed this ideology. We changed it from looking from the next best quarterback to be in the NFL, trying to target that person via the draft, to now, let's build a great team and spread that money around and spread out those resources and get a serviceable quarterback that can do it. Well, I'll let you guys know right now, that's exactly the football team you have. That's exactly the ideology this team went with, and that's exactly how we are where we've been these last couple of years, coming up short, whether it's making the playoffs, being a first-round exit because our middling quarterback isn't there, our elite status quarterback, just, middle of the pack, good dude, or isn't even at the game because he's not even available due to injuries. What's the next thing going to be? Well, all we need to do is find a quarterback like Tua that is healthy. So what, Baker Mayfield? I would love to have a Baker Mayfield. But let's not act like Baker Mayfield's better than Dan. Now, if Baker Mayfield won a Super Bowl, could you still say Baker Mayfield's better than Dan? He's more accomplished as far as winning, if that were to happen, but he certainly isn't a better quarterback. So when you're evaluating a quarterback and you're evaluating what you want on your football team, what you're really evaluating is the talent, the ability, the character. And Dan checked all those boxes. But I want to circle it around with this slander of Dan and why and how this is something that the TuaSexuals have used. And even when we had some discussions about Keenan Allen, these TuaSexuals have now emboldened themselves to take shots at the tailgate, at El Capitan in particular, somebody in the community. And we got a little clip of that we're gonna get into. I'm gonna tie all this together in a nice, beautiful bow for everybody, because that's how El Capitan does it. Shout out to everybody who got in here and chat early. Look, Lewis in here. Gatekeeping TuaSexuals taking shot at TFTG. That's true. Lupac in here. What's up, buddy? Salute. El Capitan is a slapdick. I stand by what I said. Who's that? Who is that? Cap for life. The phone worked good on that text message, Cap. Impromptu bit of show. You all of the idea I had has pivoted now on this program. Thank you to Cap for Life, friend of the program. G in here. Nobody wins when family. Okay. Ace in the building. What's up, Ace? Salute. John Featherland telling everybody, please hit the like button, guys. Let's get these likes up. If you guys are watching on X, Kick, Twitch, wherever, come over here to YouTube, subscribe, get into the chat. Make sure you guys are partaking. There goes our good friend Michael K, who better not be abusing the wrench privileges. Finns, New Jersey, what's going on? Like has been smashed. Salute, my brother. Appreciate you, dog. Raph in the building. What's going on, Raph? Who'd I miss? Anybody I miss? Make sure everybody's got those likes up and doing it right, everyone, so we can get this bad boy popping. Need to let this go. All right, so let's bring in the gentlemen, the fellas. Ali, what's going on, buddy?
What's happening?
Harry, what's going on? We're going to get into the real part of this program, but I want to kind of pick up a little bit where we left off. Not so much on the fighting, but a little bit more on the discussion, a little bit more context, because I'll be honest, I've talked, to people on YouTube. I've talked to people in the Twitter spaces, and I understand their sentiment. I understand what they think that they are doing, and what they think that they're doing is trying to hold the Miami Dolphins up to a high standard, and a high standard being that it's Super Bowls or nothing. And I'm game for that, right? I'm game for Super Bowls or nothing. I don't want to, praise anyone and pay anybody and do anything, until this team starts showing something true to believe in, especially when it comes to the quarterback position. But that's revisionist history at best, because Dan was, and will forever be in the annals of history as an incredible passer of the football in the NFL, revolutionary. And I get it, right? When you say Dan didn't even do that for us. He's not even the best quarterback we had. The best quarterback we had was Greasy, who won 2. I would say, listen, is he the best quarterback we had? If you put Dan in Greasy's shoes in the 70s, would it be a different story? Would he have won 5 Super Bowls? Would he have never been on the undefeated team?
We'd have been 34-0.
I'm just saying, right? Like we could do that, but I don't know, maybe not. Doubtful. But I do know if I put Dan on any team in the NFL today, he'd throw for 5,000 plus yards every year. Every year. He'd be the fastest person to hit 10,000, 50,000, 25,000. He would hit it so quick. He would break all these records, and in this paradigm color, which
and still be able to take 3 games off at the end of the season.
Yeah, he would coast. We'd have the number 1 seed locked up. My point is that in his era, in his paradigm, in his time, when running backs ruled the day, Dan was an enigma, changing the game. And that type of game-changing quarterback is what you need in the NFL from the 80s to now. It's game-changing quarterbacks that have owned this league. And if you don't believe me, I have an incredible list of all of the winning quarterbacks. And we're just going to, all the quarterbacks who have won Super Bowls over the last forever, right? And I'm not going to go through the whole list, but here we are down here with Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, all of these quarterbacks that have won it. Now, when we look at all these quarterbacks dating all the way back to, we'll just stop it right here. We'll go from 97 on, because I would say right around the late 90s, early 2000s is when the game really changed to a passing league. Am I right? It got out of the running back league in the late 90s. Would everyone agree?
You said around 2000?
The late 90s, early 2000s, it really started
easier to get the yardage on the ground. Yes.
It started.
I still want to say the early 2000s was still the running game was still dominant, as well as the
I'd agree. I just say you start to see the heavy advent of the West Coast across the league, where guys are dumping off short passes.
See, I feel that happened in 2010. I think 2010 onward is when that really happened.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd say that's fair.
All right. Well, let's scroll it up a little further. Then let's go to
period where there were teams like the Greatest Show on Turf, but there was still teams like Chicago.
All right.
You know what I mean?
We'll just say this. The last 25 years, it's pretty much been a passing league. Correct?
I'll give it to you. Yeah.
From 2000 on.
80% of the teams are running West Coast. It has to be a passing league.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, I agree with you.
1,000,000%. Again, one thing's for certain, it's a passing league. Now, my point is that if you look at these names, it's Tom Brady, it's Ben Roethlisberger, it's Peyton Manning, it's Eli Manning, it's Aaron Rodgers, who's a passer quarterback, it's Patrick Mahomes, and that's pretty much it. That is all the guys that are getting multiple Super Bowls and winning via passing. Drew Brees as well. in the last 25 years, there's a Trent Dilfer, there's a Brad Johnson, there's let's see find another one around here. A Nick Foles, and it's hard to even say because it's not like the Eagles' run game won him it, but we're gonna put Nick Foles in this anyhow. And I'll say even Jalen Hurts, because I don't think as far as passing quarterbacks, we would say that he's that big time passing quarterback. He's more of a well-rounded quarterback. But outside of those four names, all of these other guys, oh no, Russell Wilson as well. I would say that Russell Wilson, I mean, look, we know the Seattle won them that. The defense won that. Everybody knows that. But it's Tom Brady, it's Patrick Mahomes, it's Peyton Manning, it's Rodgers, it's Roethlisberger, Eli Manning. If you're going to go in the last 24 years, and I'm going to say to you, only 4 out of the last 24 years of Super Bowls are going to be won by well-rounded football teams versus teams that field the best quarterback. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? In 24 years of Super Bowls, we'll call it 5. 5 Super Bowls in the last 24 years have been won by well-rounded football teams. And in those well-rounded football teams, let's take a gander, because let's see. Trent Dilfer beat Kerry Collins, not like he was a fucking world beater. That's a well-rounded football team beating a well-rounded football team. Let's look at Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson, well-rounded football team beating Rich Gannon. Okay, I'll get that. That's probably the one case.
Trent Dilfer one, is that the one where he was with the Buccaneers or the Ravens?
Ravens.
Okay, because he also won it with the Buccaneers, didn't he?
No, he lost it with the Bucs.
Did he? Okay, I thought he won it there, but okay. I guess
Rich Gannon?
No,
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer only went to one Super Bowl. So
yeah, with the Ravens, right?
Yeah, with the Ravens, and he won it. But again, Trent Dilfer beating Kerry Collins is one in the last 24 years. Brad Johnson beating Rich Gannon is 2. I think that was
Brad Johnson who you were thinking of, Ali.
I think you're right.
Let's see.
So you're saying these mid quarterbacks whose teams carried them to a Super Bowl win, they also beat mid quarterbacks whose teams.
No, what I'm saying is, Color, is that when you want to change what our expectations are at quarterback, not our hopefuls and expectations for the organization as far as winning Super Bowls go, and what the goal is. But when you're changing the expectations of great quarterback play to a more well-rounded team and mediocre quarterback play, and your only examples are 4 or 5 times over the last 25 years, I tell you that it is harder to win a Super Bowl with a well-rounded football team. It's 4 times harder by math alone to win a Super Bowl with a well-rounded football team than it is to have the best quarterback on the field.
Yeah, and it's even
literally
harder to do
data.
That. It's even harder to do that in an era where that was the only way to do it in the 70s, and to do it to perfection. Like, we've already done that. Why are we so excited about, hey, well, if we're never going to get a quarterback, well, that don't mean we can't win the Super Bowl. Look, Dan never gave it to us because he was a good quarterback. So, the only time we've ever won it is when we were perfect in 1972, when we won without a good quarterback. I mean, like, really?
Yeah, it's not 1972, and most of us weren't alive in 72.
That is already accomplished. What we haven't done is own the league since then. Because in order to own the league now, you have to have a superstar quarterback. When Dan Marino was playing, you could be the best quarterback to ever play the game, but you could not own the league without a running game. A real one that was getting 1,100 yards a year. They had Emmitt Smith. You know why the Detroit Lions, with the 1B greatest running back to ever, 1C greatest running back to ever play the game, never got anywhere? Because they didn't have Dan Marino. And we didn't have Barry Sanders.
Pretty much, Color. And
I would argue if you had Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, while not even being in Dan Marino's shadow, is still a hugely above average quarterback.
Oh yeah, no, Troy Aikman's good.
Elite
I know people. I know people try to belittle him because he had that talent, but that's just not a fact.
That guy still needed a guy that could hit the hole in less time that it took him to gain the yardage. You see what I'm saying? Like Ali, last night you brought up Emmitt Smith, right? And it was like 2.1 yards per carry or something, right? But I pointed out that he was averaging 1,100 yards a game when getting 1,000 in a season was Hall of Fame.
You're talking about 1,100 yards a season, not a game, right?
Right.
Okay.
And that was Hall of Fame to get 1,000 yards a season. Was you know what I mean? That was considered Hall of Fame level in that era. You're not getting more than 2.3 or 3 yards a carry when you're only rushing. When the fact of it is, if you look at the rush downs to pass down ratio in the league back then, you're talking about 2.5 times you're handing the ball off out of every 4 down series, and one play you're punting. So to have 2.3 yards per carry is not a shame to Emmitt Smith. It was the paradigm.
It is. They were getting more than half of the snaps.
Half your runs would be into a wall that went nowhere. That's why women didn't like the sport back then. It was boring.
It's why they changed the sport to what it is now. Everybody likes this high-flying football, and we've watched the progression happen over the last quarter century.
Boring? You know what wasn't boring, Cap? Emmitt Smith hitting the hole.
No, or Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders wasn't boring either. Let's be real.
His game was not hitting the hole, but equally as exciting.
Shake, you got a new camera?
No, it's the same camera while I was up.
Looks good.
Well, thank you very much.
Looks sharper than ever. No cap. Looks sharper than ever.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it might be the last time they won the Super Bowl. Maybe they had one more since then. The Bus Bowl. Remember the Bus Bowl?
They won. I think they won one after that. That was the first one with
Remember how it was? It was like Jerome Bettis is the reason this team is winning the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter how good Ben Roethlisberger was.
I'm sorry.
And if you take Jerome Bettis off that team, it doesn't matter how good Ben Roethlisberger was. They weren't winning that game. Because the team they were facing that year, if I remember correctly, was elite.
It was the Seattle Seahawks with Matt Hasselbeck.
Jerome Bettis just worked them.
And don't forget Sean Alexander.
Yeah, but remember this.
Troy Polamalu was playing out of his shoes that night.
Hold on.
Look, I just want to point. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cap, and then I want to comment.
No, go ahead, because I'm going to be pulling up examples.
So you just said that with Jerome Bettis, that it didn't matter how good that Ben Roethlisberger was. If they didn't have Jerome Bettis, they weren't winning. Right? Is what you just said, right?
Correct.
No, that was the narrative, and is what he was saying.
I'm asking what he said. What he said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Roethlisberger was lighting the league up that year, but it was still without Jerome Bettis, he's not completing that job.
So you're telling me he's not good enough?
No, because he won one 2 years later.
No, I don't think you're understanding. You just said without
nobody was good enough
to getting the job done.
What I'm saying, Ali, is back then, nobody was good enough to do that. Nobody.
By the way, Jerome Bettis, if I remember correctly, he was the human tush push. Whenever it was short and goal, they weren't stopping him.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you're right. The other thing, I do want to point out that particular game we're talking about was in the Tom Brady era, so there was one guy that could do that. I have to stand corrected.
So real quick, shout out to everybody who's getting in the chat. Make sure everybody's hitting the like button. See a couple more people that rolled up into here. Jermaine came in, Mr. Polk. I am Sammy. What's happening? He says, if we had Joe Burrow,
Cowboys team and Troy Aikman don't get it done. I'm sorry,
Sammy. If we had Burrow, I would be fucking happy as hell. You know why? Because Burrow is an elite quarterback. He hasn't won any Super Bowls yet, but you damn know if you're talking the elite quarterbacks of the day, Burrow's one of the names, and that's who Dan was in that era. One of the names, and when you're going in a Super Bowl, hold on, Color. When you're going in a Super Bowl in the last 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you look at literally the matchups, and I mean literally, Trent Dilfer, Kerry Collins, wash at quarterback, Trent Dilfer wins. Tom Brady over Kurt Warner, Tom Brady a better quarterback. Brad Johnson,
that was one of the most epic games we've ever seen.
Yeah, he was MVP that
and
in that year.
Shame Kurt Warner.
No, he did everything he could, and the Rams, but they lost. But
you can't
again,
say Kurt Warner couldn't get it done.
But Color, I just want you to look
game.
I just want you to look real quick, okay? Tom Brady over Kurt Warner, Brad Johnson over Rich Gannon. Those are a wash at quarterback. Tom Brady over Jake Delhomme. Tom Brady over Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb, great quarterback. Tom Brady's better. That's why they won.
Yeah, that one came down to a yard and a half. Dyson, remember?
Let's continue. Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger over Matt Hasselbeck. Matt Hasselbeck was a good quarterback in his own right, but I think he's exactly the type of quarterback Dolphins fans are saying.
Boring game when he was with the Panthers, wasn't it?
No, it's Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Okay.
Hasselbeck. That's another Dilfer
to Russell Wilson-esque quarterbacks, right? Let's go. Let's continue. Peyton Manning over Rex Grossman. Okay, duh. Let's look.
They destroyed
Eli Manning
in that game.
Now there's always an outlier, right? This is it's been 6 years of washes at quarterback, and then the better named quarterback over the other. So in those 6 years, it's Trent Dilfer, Kerry Collins, it's Brad Johnson, Rich Gannon, and then now it's coming into the 7th year, Eli Manning over Tom Brady.
So let me ask you guys this question real quick, because
Nick Foles over Tom Brady. Don't forget that
because
one.
I'm kind of I see what you guys are saying, right? About the quarterback. There was very few guys that actually could do that without a running game. Well, what about the Commanders' Super Bowl win against the Buffalo Bills? Do you guys remember who their running back was?
John Riggins.
Actually, it was Ernest Briner, but do you know how many yards he had in that season?
I would, if I were to just guess, maybe I'm being in my feelings, I would say at least 1,000.
Okay, he had less than 1,000. No running back on that team had more.
But how many did they have collectively?
Collectively, let's see. But that's different. That's different.
But wait a minute. The type of offense they ran too. What was his all-purpose yardage? Because remember, you have to look at that with Roger Craig out in San Francisco too.
Talk about it.
Joe Montana, as good as he was, might have been able to do it with a different running back than Roger Craig. But that's only because they were running a West Coast when nobody else was running.
That's it. They
jump off to Roger Craig at will.
So collectively, and this is per Pro Football Reference is where I'm getting this, just so you know, in that Super Bowl year, they had a total of 1,727 yards is what they had. Rushing.
Yeah.
Rushing.
That's destroying teams.
There was only two people that really ran the ball, and that was Ernest Briner and then Ricky Irvins, I think is how you say his name.
But Ricky Irvin, but they were both equally. They were like both B pluses.
I want to say without knowing their yardage, I got to imagine their running back room amassed 2,000 yards or somewhere around that.
This was right around the years where they started to transition into running back by committee, Ollie. It wasn't as common back then at that point, but it was still happening.
When was Miami's last Super Bowl appearance? Wasn't it like 84, 83? 85. Thank you.
We played the Bears.
Okay.
The Bears.
We beat
No,
them
Ali,
in the
really
season
quick.
and lost.
Just a minute ago, Cap, you pointed out Tom Brady versus Kurt Warner, right? We all remember that game. Wasn't
Arizona?
that Spygate, the Spygate game?
It was. It was.
Right. Let me ask you this, Ali.
Go
Was
ahead.
there anybody in their right mind, based on what Kurt Warner was doing with the greatest show on turf? Was there any? Are you presuming to tell me because he lost that game that the next year there were people saying, well, Kurt Warner, we got to question whether he can get it done or not?
No.
Or were they saying, guess who's going to be in the bowl to try again next year?
Well, Color, listen, we're getting off topic now.
I just want to
y'all-
go back to finish my point real quick, El Cap. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Miami Dolphins in their Super Bowl run, right, that they lost, right? They had almost the exact same amount of yards. In fact, they had 6 more yards than the Commanders did in their Super Bowl run season, right? With their rushing game. And it wasn't enough then. So I understand what you're saying that.
Wait a minute.
Listen, just stop. Stop.
Hold on.
I'm not talking about fucking running backs anymore.
I'm not understanding what Ali's just saying there. Can you?
All I'm trying to
do this one like I'm a kindergartner.
Explain that I don't believe
No,
that
what
you
you just
needed to
said
have
about
an
the stats.
all-world beater rushing attack. That's
wait a
what
minute.
I'm
What
telling
you just said about the stats, I couldn't understand what you were saying. Tell me like I'm a fifth grader.
Okay. The Miami Dolphins collectively in that season had almost the exact same amount of yards than the Commanders did, or the Redskins at that point, did in their Super Bowl run, which they actually won.
Right. That's why we were in the Super Bowl.
My point is,
Right. That's why we were in the
ball.
Super Bowl. Now go to that Super Bowl game.
Okay.
And this is without knowing, Ali. So I
Okay.
may end up with egg on my face.
Okay.
Go to that Super Bowl game and tell me how many rushing yards the Bears had compared to how many rushing yards we had.
Okay. Let me pull that Super Bowl game up and I can tell you.
Ali,
Because
this is
equal
for you,
running
Ali.
game got us
Listen,
both there.
Bears played in '85 Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Yeah,
Dolphins,
you're right. I'm thinking
it was
I
the
thinking of
Niners.
Monday night game that
It
year.
was the Niners
We
that
played
beat
the
us.
Redskins in
That's
85.
right, because it was Montana versus Dan,
Oh,
right?
no, you're right.
Yes,
49.
it was the Niners.
Right.
It was the
Give me one
Niners.
second.
Thank you.
So how
Thank
many?
you.
Well, and again, they ran a West Coast, so this is going to be a little difficult. Okay,
Jermaine is right.
You'd
Color.
have to add all the short yardage to Roger Craig.
Color. Jermaine's kind of right because he's saying you're making the run game point, and that's why you're not winning, or that's why you didn't win.
No.
That's
What
why
I'm
I didn't
saying
win.
is, no, you don't understand, dude.
No,
What I'm
I don't
trying
think you
to tell
understand.
you
That's what Jermaine
what-
said.
Okay,
Marino didn't
what
have
I'm
a run
trying
game.
To say though is there were plenty of teams with running games that were not winning regular season games.
Yeah.
Okay, we were getting to the pinnacle with all the teams that had running games, and we didn't have a running game. So you're not going to put extra requirement on Dan Marino when he's the reason you even sniff the grass.
Talk to him, Color. Taking it home. And then to measure up. Now,
you
okay.
can tell me it's fair. It don't matter how good a quarterback is. You needed a running game.
In those days. And now, if you wanted to apply I can have a game manager in today's paradigm of the NFL, I'm pointing out over the last 25 years, it is it's the odds of it are so much less. And just look again. All right. So we left off Peyton
I don't
Manning.
even credit Troy Aikman's rings over Dan Marino's empty fingers because he had Emmitt Smith and the greatest offensive line ever assembled. Forget the University of Miami wide receiver that he had catching the football. Jesus, people. You give so much credit to a Super Bowl win. It's so ridiculous. Like, that's all it matters anymore to tell whether somebody's good. Give me a break. That is so second grade. Actually, it's less because in second grade, I understood it was more than that. That's why I was having this argument with people when I was in second grade. I didn't expect to be having it when I was 48. It's ridiculous. And that's the last I have to say about it. Other than, defense.
Uh-oh. Look, right here. Color. That's for you to read.
Or the defense. See, I disagree, Ace. And thank you for the $5 donation, Ace, in the comment. Marino, he says Marino didn't have the running game or the defense. Remember, the defense would allow 40-plus points against the contenders during that era. And that's okay because even in today's era, good defenses give up games like that to good teams. When two teams go at it and both their good defenses have a tummy ache, this is why you'll see Kansas City and Philadelphia 34-30 in the Super Bowl or whatever it was. You know what I mean? You'll see the Ravens and the Chiefs put up 30 or 40 points against each other. You'll see the Bengals and the Pits and the Steelers do that. But those are one-offs. Those are expected in big games, just as well as a pitcher's duel could be expected, where both defenses are just shutting it down and these superstar offenses just can't even score. You know what I mean? So my point is, though, all in all, the thing of it is that the and Ace got me off my train. I put his comment back up. I needed it. I needed its guidance for a second. I mean, Ace's. I meant Ace's super chat. Yeah. The defense. Ali and Shake's here. Shake's a good a good archivist as well. I know Crypto is. I wish Crypto was here right now. If you're out there, Crypto, I could use you, buddy. Because Crypto, he knows as well as I do.
He's got those numbers fucking.
I actually thought our defense was pretty damn good in the early 90s.
It is, and I have proof of that.
I actually thought we had gotten to a point where we finally built what was giving us our 6-10 and 8-8 and 9-7 season the years prior to that. Okay. And also the fact that Dan Marino was under so much pressure those 3 years, causing us to draft Richmond Webb and Keith Sims, that he did throw a lot of interceptions through that period. He was pushing it. Everybody knew that. That's what was written in. That's what a Big O was writing about back then, if he was writing already.
I don't know if Big O knows how to write or read, and we're going to get onto that here directly next.
Don't get me started.
We're going to be starting on that because Big O's got some talking to.
Since you've known us, been around, Ali, we've had the discussion about the early 90s defense.
Yes,
and every single time, my positive opinion about them has been shut down by hatred of Tom Olivadotti. Am I correct? Can you remember, Jake? You remember that?
Listen, I want to point this. These are the facts, right? The facts are that 5 times in Dan Marino's career, he had a defense that ranked in the top 10 allowed. 83, 84, 90, 95, and 90.
It's easy to do. It's easy to do when your quarterback has your offense on the field most of the game.
3 times during that period that his defense were top 5. In fact, twice it was the number 1 overall defense in the league. I'm sorry. At several points, he's had the defense. Defense, in my opinion, it has never really been the issue. Now,
I don't disagree. But that doesn't mean that the defense gave him every opportunity they did every game in every game.
And you know that you might be right, but
when you see 11 points per game, that means there was some that were 3 and some that were 33.
I get what you're saying. to answer the question you had originally asked me about 10 minutes ago about that Super Bowl game against I believe it was the Redskins, right? We played and we lost. No, it was San Fran, right? 49ers, right? I have that information. And actually, no, it wasn't the 49ers. It was the Commanders, according to this.
Right.
Hey, real quick, Ali Color, I'm gonna go ahead and produce. I'm gonna be producing TMI, but before I do, I want to thank y'all for last night. Like vintage tailgate. I watched the show while I was working. Very entertaining. Got me through my work day. Amazing. And by the way, I agree with one thing El Capitan's saying about the Finn's Tailgate merch store. I got my Insomnia Vice City shirt there in orange. Comes in orange, aqua. And like you said, man, you could be there for hours. You can see and it's not just content, the people, members merch. Like you have Ali playing cards, color playing cards, the mugs. You have all kind of cool Dolphins accessories. That store is off the chain. I love it.
It's an incredible store, bro. HB has got
more purchases. To be honest,
it's got so much sweet, different, intricate gear that you could have. I mean, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, Michael K wants his merch in Bud Light colors, so listen, we'll help you out if you want. We'll make that happen for you.
I know it just so happens to be Buffalo Bills colors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, all right, y'all, man.
All right, man. We'll see you. If you're still going when we end, I'll pop in and see you boys.
Yeah, we'll read TMI.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the goods yet, man.
We haven't.
We can move on. Just real quick, to Color's point, I do understand the Redskins ran the fuck out of the ball against us.
No, I think we played the Redskins in 83 with Woodley. I think it was
my question. When was the last Super Bowl we went to, right? Which was 83.
The 49ers. And our guy lost to Joe Montana.
Yeah. Dan Marino lost to Joe Montana. Let's call
that's right.
Listen,
that's right.
We're supposed to praise Trent Dilfer for beating who, El Cap? Who was it?
So when was the 49ers Super Bowl then?
Fuck, which one? They won
85.
No, the one we lost. The one we
85.
lost. Okay, because when I pull up 85, it brings
it was 80. It was 84. It was 1984.
84. Thank you. Let me go to the 84 game because I was going to say that Redskins game against us, they ran the ball almost more than twice as much as we did.
The Bears beat the Patriots the following
in
year.
85, right.
In 85, the Jim McMahon over Tony Easton. The Super
Bowl that we played that we're talking about would have been 86 because it was the 85 season.
It wasn't.
Or was the Bears Patriots the 84 season in the 85 bowl?
It was the Bears. Well, that's actually okay. I don't know. That's a good question.
You don't ever know where your source is talking about, whether it's talking about the regular season year or the year the bowl was actually played in.
It was Bears versus Patriots Super Bowl 20 in 1985.
1972 was the 71 season, correct? Mm-hmm. Or the 72 season, and the bowl was played in 73.
Oh,
the season was 72. The 72 regular season.
Yeah,
and the bowl itself was played in 1973.
That's right. Yeah, so that's where it does get because you play all the games in 71, but you win the 72
season,
Super Bowl.
But it was 85 was the Super Bowl.
No, it was the 83 season, but 84 was the Super Bowl.
What I'm saying, El Cap, is that when we were winning one of our perfect games during the regular season, if you looked at the calendar, it would have said 1972.
Yeah. All right, maybe. Yes.
Super Bowl was January of 1973.
All of this was not to go back and talk about.
I don't think they played the bowl in January.
In that thing. My point of this entire thing is the discussion of the destruction and belittlement of Dan has the Redskins played the Dolphins in 1981. So,
wow.
Yeah, that was the 82 Super Bowl with David Woodley.
It was the 82 Super Bowl with David Woodley. Thank you.
Bro, I found it. Check this out.
What?
The Miami Dolphins in that game only ran the ball 9 times.
That's why they lost. And they ran it 9 times.
40 times.
And they ran it 9 times because
Okay.
they were asking Dan to win
So
a
the
game
calendar
in
would have
an
been
era.
1971 in the 72 perfect season.
Yes.
Okay.
Say
Because
that again.
this-
What did you just say, Color? I'm
The
sorry.
calendar would have said 1971 if it was the regular season of the
The 1970
perfect
listen,
season.
Color, the 1972 championship, that season started in September
That's what I'm saying.
of 71.
That's what I'm saying. The calendar
that-
would have been 71 in the regular
Yes.
season.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So
I just
my
wanted to make
point of this exercise, and thank you, Ace, for reminding everybody, is that the destruction of measuring Dan up to what you should ask out of your quarterback and measure what is a successful quarterback. He was that in a time which made him the enigma. He was a passing quarterback that was getting success in a running league. Not that, you know what I'm saying? And they demanded of him. As you just pointed out in the freaking Super Bowl, they only ran the ball 9 times. It's lopsided. They were asking his arm to beat him, and that's what they were as an organization, as a team. And that's why they ultimately kept falling short, because they never addressed the run game in a manner in which it was going to take in that era to win a Super Bowl. And that's the facts. Now, my point further is that to belittle Dan and then point out these other quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, like Brad Johnson, like Trent Dilfer, like Russell Wilson. I'm throwing him in there. I don't care what anybody says. Even Drew Brees, which Drew Brees was an excellent passer, but it's not like he was he's not known as this rocket thrower like Dan was. He's not known as one of the elite quarterbacks of passing of the game. If you measure every Super Bowl in the last 25 years, it's always the better quarterback going over the lesser quarterback 4 out of 5 times. And that's the digits.
And
That's
any
it.
of the other games was an epic showdown. Like,
I mean,
Eli Brady, you know what I mean? Or
exactly.
Warner
Exactly.
Brady.
It's Tom Brady beating Jake Delhomme, Donovan McNabb, beating Russell
Marino,
Wilson,
Montana.
beating Matt Ryan, beating Jared Goff, beating Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady losing to Eli Manning twice.
Foles Brady.
Yeah, it's Foles. That
I love
again,
Nick
the
Foles,
one
man. Shout out
outlier
to
is
Nick
that
Foles.
the one outlier of a lesser quarterback beating a better quarterback, it's far and few between. And those teams were loaded, correct? So that's kind of what my point is. If you're going to say, oh, we can do it without a great quarterback, Dan couldn't even get it done and he was great, it doesn't erase the fact that Dan still gave you a better chance than if you possessed a fucking Rex Grossman or a Matt Hasselbeck, the middle quarterbacks that you're saying you can get it done with. If you had a Nick Foles.
I would argue he even gave you a better chance than the Super Bowl ring wearing Dallas Cowboys did, or Troy Aikman did, because if Emmitt Smith would have gotten injured,
they're cooked.
Their season they're not going to the Super Bowl, bro.
They're cooked. And so,
right.
okay.
So it just never happened. Shout out to Emmitt Smith.
So
Bills, well, although Kenneth Davis probably would have held it down for a minute.
This conversation has been something we've talked about.
Kenneth Davis, Kenneth Davis?
I don't know. This conversation has been something we've talked about. Tonk, I think you're in the wrong window. You're in the wrong window, Tonk.
We're gonna get the intro to TMI, and people watching TMI are gonna be like,
Tonk, you're in the wrong window.
Okay, but this is what Shake sent me.
Oh. Shaky sent him the wrong one. There he goes.
As Color would say, he's in the wrong paradigm.
He's in the wrong paradigm.
Okay. He would have held it down for a minute.
All right. We talked about yesterday why I'm pushing back on this tearing down from Dan Marino, why I feel a lot of us are pushing back on it. It's not because I don't see the point, because you think the fruits of this labor, right? The fruits of the labor of saying we're not even going to accept Dan Marinos around here because we want Super Bowls, not stats. The sentiment I'm on board with, But the reality of the fact is that all it has done, these are the talking points of mediocrity. It's how we ended up where we are now. These are the same people that ran Flores up out of town, that sided with this soft narrative that we've been listening to for years, this soft culture. It's literally our what the league talks about now for the last couple of years, because we've decided to not hold ourselves to the highest standards of searching for a Dan Marino-esque type of quarterback, but going in the other direction, that we're going to spread out all this resource to everyone else and do it by committee. The collective, the pussification of America is what it really is. And I'm sick of it. And these talking points of tearing down Dan originated with only bringing him closer down to then prop Tua up to close that gap. And these TuaSexuals feel emboldened. They feel very emboldened. And they've been capping on these YouTube streets and on other platforms for the last few years. They've gotten quiet all of a sudden in the off seasons because Tua comes up short because of injury. But they would love to say, well, Tua didn't. What doesn't matter. Anyhow, we talked the other day about something going on in the streets, about Keenan Allen and the rumors about him. And because of the Dan Marino slander and all this stuff, the emboldening of TuaSexuals is at an all-time strong, because the TuaSexuals are finding by proxy allies with the people who are belittling Dan Marino. Because yes, you could say you don't like Tua, but you're using the same talking points that Tua Nears are using. You're saying we don't need to have high standards at the quarterback position. We need to have high standards for Super Bowls and fuck a quarterback. And I'm telling you, if you look at every Super Bowl, the better quarterback that's fielded is winning against the subpar ones that are getting there with a good team. And only 1 out of every 5 is the good teams.
We're supposed to forget about what it takes to put down all those stats.
Exactly. And how it gets there.
We're not getting that out of what we got. And it seems to me that when people are accepting what we've already got, that saying that because Dan Marino didn't give us a Super Bowl is a good reason as to why we should accept a guy who can't even give us what Dan Marino gave us.
But
what the hell is that?
The goal is to get a top tier quarterback. So when you do find yourself in a Super Bowl and it's easy to say this quarterback is better than that one, that's
Dan
typically
Marino
the one that
our
wins.
Example. He's our guiding light. He's our this is what good is. This is what great is. This is I know he didn't win a Super Bowl, so he's not great.
So because
he's not an example.
Because of these narratives, they are aligning with the people who are these Tuaneers, and they don't even realize it. And that type of energy is going to have us repeat these recent mistakes again, settling.
I'm more ready to go with you if you said he's not a good example because of what the pre-draft rumors were. Okay, the fair.
They're not calling fans, Dan Marino fans TuaSexuals. No, the Dan Marino deniers, the Dan Marino tear downers, the ones that are slandering Dan Marino are TuaSexuals. And then there's these other Dolphins fans that are slandering Marino. They're not on the side with Tua, but they don't realize that they're creating a stronger grassroots to support Tua.
They might as well be.
They might as well be. They might as well be, because the same ideology that got us where we are now is that ideology that they're talking about. Not you're talking about raising your standards while talking about we don't need good quarterbacks.
The one that brought Tua up. Tua has nothing to do with this. Nobody's buying that.
No one's buying it, dude.
You might
Nobody's
be buying it, but you don't realize that you're
yeah.
making the same talking points they are.
Exactly. And don't act like
again. The last time I had to have this argument with somebody was the 6th grade. Really.
And it's funny because it's a lot of the same people who have been really on the side of Tua, if we're being real.
At least the people I was arguing with back then got to just see a football game last Sunday with him playing in it.
Yeah.
At least they could be fair with and be true to their eyes and say, well, I just didn't like the game, or
Eric,
I didn't like whatever.
that's the sad part. A lot of these people we're arguing with have seen Dan play. It's weird. So let's get to it, right? These same peoples are aligning themselves with these people and this person in particular, right? Now, we also yesterday's show talked about the Keenan Allen rumors that have been going around. And, when you have your, finger on the pulse, when you're in the streets, when you're a part of the Dolphins community, you're hearing things at a ground level. And you're also ahead of things. But according to some, you should unsubscribe to the Fins Tailgate. You should not listen to us.
Who said that?
Well, it's funny you should say something.
Oh,
Because-
I'm curious. Before you do that, let me just conclude a second by saying that where was it? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah. Do tell about this.
So, yeah, thanks, Color. I was fucking on a roll
sorry,
and you went nowhere. Appreciate you. So, there's a certain someone in the community that believes that you should unsubscribe. You shouldn't listen to us. They're the authority on this game. And I'll tell you what, I've been in this YouTube game a little bit, and it's a hell of a drug. And a lot of these people really think there's something they're not. And in more ways than one, they think they know something because they can read numbers off the fucking internet or ask AI a question and have an answer to give somebody. Even though I promise you, if you cross-reference those AI answers, you're going to find out a lot of them are wrong, because we just did that a little bit backstage beforehand. But we're not going to get into that because I'm trying to move on. My point is that these people don't play the game, didn't play the game, don't really understand the game. Yeah, you can sit around and couch surf all you want, but you don't know shit from Shinola about what it really takes to be someone on the field, hurt, bruised, confused, not in it, and just off pure instinct and willpower, get things done. And honestly, a lot of these people, the game has passed them up. One of these people, well, this is at one point in time, well respected in the community. I think there's still respect for this person, but ostracized from his own community, if I may say. Oh, Pam, what's up? I see you in chat. What's going on, Pam?
Oh, Pam. We
Hey,
must
Pam.
really be cooking tonight. Pam showing up.
Hit the like button, Pam. Joe, everyone, please hit that like button. But we had a little somebody that's going around out here telling everyone to not listen to us. We don't know what we're talking about. Not only do I know what I'm talking about, but I can physically show you what I mean. I'll be 40 this year, dude, and I can still physically do it because I've been an athlete my whole life. I played this game. I love this game. Coach it. I know this football game. And yeah, the X's and O's mean a lot, but character and willpower and fucking heart mean the most. The most. And they don't know that. Numbers can't tell you about character or heart. And y'all can't read between those lines because they're not fucking written. You got to know it because real only recognizes real. And when you a fake, when you're just a hang around, when you're pretty much a roadie, you're a roadie. Yeah, I play in a band. No, you fucking tour and load the boxes, bitch. That's what you do. You ain't never been in the fire. And there's a lot of them out here that think they know something. And got a lot of smart mouthing on the internet, to be honest. And I promise you this, ain't nobody gonna smart mouth me in the real world. I ain't a big guy, but you can just see in my eyes I ain't gonna fuck around with you. But to tell people to unsubscribe,
Who
tell
told you-
people,
Who's telling people to unsubscribe?
well, we're gonna get
I mean,
into it.
we're the only ones allowed to tell people to unsubscribe, man.
Thanks, Joe Rist, for the $2 donation. As he said, everyone teabag the like button, please. Appreciate it.
So
you said like bucking.
So,
At least that's what I heard anyway.
This is so little somebody you guys very well may know.
What is that?
That's what has become of the Big O. He's
That's
looking more like
OSS. What's OS? Office of Secret Service or
No, he has a
Color.
Bitcoin number and then OS as in boss.
yeah, he's a Bitcoin boss. He's a fucking big
Oh.
old smart guy now.
I see.
So
is he the one that drove up my short position in Bitcoin futures today? Thank you. Appreciate making me lose money.
Anybody that
Anywho.
wear a hat that says boss, I'm
He ain't a
sorry,
boss.
it's nothing but a wet noodle, bro. That's what he is. He's a fucking wet noodle.
So let me catch you up to date a little bit on what his comments are. Someone asked him in chat about, have you heard anything about the Keenan Allen rumors and what's up with that? And this is his response.
And it messes with your live broadcast. So I think this is a StreamYard thing that's going on. And back to your question, Alan, you wouldn't have asked me that if it was Pelissaro or Schefter or something. You were reading some bullshit crap from some fan shit or something that's not legit. And that's why you're asking that.
So his response is that if this was not a rumor, because Tom Pelissaro and those guys, they don't report on the rumors. They tell you what just happened, and they get a phone call from NFL, a phone call from the studios, because they're all in cahoots, and then you can say, oh, that's a fact. But they'll come on, a little radio, XM radio, and say, oh, there's a little bit of talk and this and that, but there's no definitiveness. But discussing the rumors and calling them out, mainly because we here at the Fins Tailgate have a pulse on the fans, our ear to the ground, in the community, in the streets, listening, digging. We heard about the rumor and we brought it. And you want to know something that's crazy? For someone to say that there is no rumor and that if you didn't hear it from this one or that one, blah, 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 blah. I just want to show you something, just a little quick exercise before we play the rest of that video. Right here, it says, are there rumors of Keenan Allen going to Miami? Well, I don't know. Are there? What is this? Oh, yes. Yes, there are rumors and predictions suggesting that Keenan Allen could join the Miami Dolphins. Specifically, ESPN analyst Aaron Schultz suggested Miami is a good landing spot for the veteran. Oh.
ESPN. That's a big outfit, right? You got
To be fair,
I mean, come on, man.
to be fair, I don't trust AI as far as
I know, but there is a quote to it and exactly who said it and why it was something, and that there is rumors of it going around.
And you can also click on the link and find that document.
Well, hold on a second though, Cap. Hold on a second though. AI also, if you're talking about, there's a quote. They quoted StatMuse when they said,
yeah, I know. I don't want to color. Don't backtrack me. I don't want to backtrack it.
Never mind. I won't bring it up.
So again, let's continue on. Now, I just, in the simple Google search engine. Now, if you want to say that El Capitan and the Tailgate crew here just changed the algorithm on AI to now say, yeah, there's rumors because the guys on the Tailgate talked about it. All right, sorry, we're thank you for the compliment. Sorry, we're ruining the world. But according to him, these are nobodies. And some of you might be saying, well, he's just talking in the ether, not Tom Pelissaro or so-and-so or anything else like that. Blah, 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 blah.
So he's going to disparage somebody asking a question because he didn't get the memo yet.
That's exactly right, Color. He didn't get the fucking memo that there was rumors going on about Keenan Allen. So because he didn't get the memo and he is godlike, he's the one that sits above the tower, the cast off from radio, the guy that likes to call himself a professional broadcaster, right? But has been completely ostracized from all radio media network because he's a fucking asshole and everybody knows it. Doesn't get along with other people, doesn't work well with people. The guy think he's got a bigger dick than he's actually packed. and color, and that's the fucking facts.
Okay, but what
listen
am I?
in.
You don't
No,
hear
no,
me
no.
talk
Listen
about
in.
it. It can't be
Explain to
legit.
you the fallacy of his logic, bro.
No, color. He's gonna tell on himself. Just listen.
Hold on, just a second. I just want to point out that this person was coming to him to ask him if the rumors were valid because that person respects him, and he just shit on the question.
And, well, he shit on the question because he tells exactly why he shits on it right here. Listen.
Or something, you were reading some bullshit crap from some fan shit or something that's not legit, and that's why you're asking that. You know what I mean? Because
Listen
if you
in.
don't hear me talk about it, it can't be legit.
If you don't hear me talk about it, it can't be legit. Stares deeply into the camera. If you're only talking about our yesterday's news, that's what it is.
Right.
And sorry that the game has passed you up, bro, 20 years now.
You pause a second. Hold on. Don't play it or nothing. Your freeze game is on point, dude.
Color.
Hold on. Look at it. Look at it. Look at underneath his eyes. Does that not look like Emperor Palpatine right after he changed into Palpatine?
Well, here, if I'll tell you what.
No, I'm sorry. That looks like Anakin Skywalker after he took the helmet off in Return of the Jedi at the end of the movie. That's what it looks like.
Oh my God. So before you play it, El Cap, I just want to say this. He just said if it didn't come from him, it's not legit. So I guess Tyreek Hill has never been here this past season. Wasn't it him that said that he was definitely out the door? That it was happening? I know. I guess that's so legit that it's a figment of our imagination that Tyreek Hill is not here. That is it.
I didn't listen. I didn't bring this up before, but I was sent on two separate. I'm sent a lot of stuff all the time, and I don't always bring it up. But Big O, I know for a fact, has said it's 100% Tyreek Hill's at the door. He won't play again for the Dolphins, and stood on that for months while we know he's not going anywhere. And number two, I know he said, "Don't worry, we're definitely keeping Jonnu. They're going to get him the stuff," and that's it. Okay, he's spreading his lies to that he's pushing his narratives. He's doing that. Big O thinks he knows everything and doesn't. I don't even watch his show. No wonder 640. It's 640. Let him go. They all let him go. That's just it.
WIOD, is that what they were? 640 WIOD.
That he was with whatchamacallit, the flagship station. He was with the Ticket.
560.
I know. Well, he was with 560. He was with 640. He was with the Ticket.
WIOD, I think.
He was with the Ticket as well. And when the Ticket and whatchamacallit merged, they were like, the one thing we'll merge with you for, we're not keeping the Big O, and they made his contract cut short because he's an asshole. He doesn't get along with people, and it's a fact. And he thinks he's the fucking boss, and bosses are like, no, I'm the fucking boss, and he's not, and that's where he's at. Anywho,
well, I'd like to go back a couple seasons and find out, Ali. Remember when you and somebody else were right on top of the Tyreek Hill thing? Remember that?
Well, it wasn't just the Tyreek Hill, the Vic Fangio.
Rumors of Tyreek Hill coming here in that week leading up to that. I wonder if we went back and researched.
If we go back, me and El Cap and a couple other people were saying that was going to happen.
Right, but I want to know what he was saying about that. Was he shitting on that rumor too?
Was he even around back then? I can't even remember if he was around.
No, he was on hiatus. He was a jobless dude before he found fucking YouTube. But let's continue real quick. Again, if he doesn't say it, it's not true. Uh-oh. What happened here? Okay, there we go.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Is the Sentinel reporting it? Did the Palm Beach, the Miami Herald report it? Did like a legitimate source?
A legitimate source.
Well, report a rainstorm, dude. I mean,
again, a legitimate source. A lot of paper media, article media is always a day late. They're always a day late. The rumors and on the cusp is those out here grinding, looking, and listening for it all the time. That's us.
Where do you think the beat writers get the info from?
Absolutely.
Who actually pays for their news anymore?
Exactly, dude.
I'm sorry
Exactly.
if you have a subscription to a news site. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
doing that, but you're a
According
moron.
ESPN is not legit, but okay, let's get it because we're almost done here with this.
So, just so you'll know, when you ask that, you're already asking and answering your own question. You know,
You're already asking and answering your own question. Are they going to get Keenan Allen? Well, no, they're not because Big O didn't fucking tell you they were. That's what he's saying, and he confirms that right here.
it was a dumb question because it's not true, and you're only asking it because you didn't hear it from a real source.
See, listen,
And that's usually what happens from my
Functions
friends
in a world where there's
to a
dumb
lot of you out
questions. I have
there.
no respect for his intelligence anyway.
well,
Just
look,
on that
yeah,
alone.
And that's
If you
usually
function in a world where there's dumb questions, bro, I'm sorry. You're an idiot.
listen in.
what happens from my friends to a lot of you out there. You'll send me some bullshit, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, did you see the source? Why are you asking me?" You know what I mean? Is it the sporting news? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's some slapdick. So you're following slapdicks.
Real quick, I think Big O's the only one following and looking up on the internet slap dicks. I've never heard that term, slap dick. That's obvious.
I think what he's trying to say is that he knows a lot about dick. That's
Well,
I think
say, Ali, being the amateur hobbyist linguist that I am, I would have to just infer by the words that he probably doesn't even know what slapdick feels like.
I think at some
Oh,
point,
no.
because earlier in that
Promise
show, he
you.
was talking about rocking and rolling at Guns N' Roses,
Easy on the
concerts,
Guns
and all
N'
these
Roses.
concerts
Oh,
he's been to.
He's easy on the
his
Guns
dick
N'
around
Roses.
a few times. That's what he was
Yeah.
talking about.
No, he's talking about, he's trying to get some slap dick porn on his fucking search engine history is what it is. But listen in, because here it is.
I know nothing about the Dolphins and have no contacts, but
Know nothing
answering your
about
own
the
question.
Dolphins, no contact.
You know, it was a dumb question because it's not true, and you're only asking it because you didn't hear it from a real source. And that's usually what happens from my friends to a lot of you out there. You'll send me some bullshit, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, did you see the source? Why are you asking me?" You know what I mean? Is it the sporting news? Oh, it's
Why
not.
would they have to ask you if they had the source, dumbass?
Not only that, what the fuck
If
is the sporting
hold on,
news?
Hold on. If Sporting News was reporting it, I wouldn't have to be asking you if it was a rumor.
Who calls it sporting news?
Okay,
Sporting News is an actual
That's not the point.
company.
If Reuters was
Yeah.
reporting
Never
it, why would I have to ask Big O if it's true?
Here's the thing. I don't even know what sporting news is. Sounds like some old guy
If
website.
the
No cap.
Athletic was reporting it, why would I have to ask this asshole? The guy's wearing a fucking grungy T-shirt, presenting himself as a real news journalist, dude.
Yo, Ace
Like, come
goes
on,
another
bro.
5. Not to bring him up again. The guy is lost. Well, hold on, Ace, because we got to get on to
He's
the
ABC all of a sudden. If he's ABC, man.
So
Ooh,
let's continue. What's up, Hooked Up Joe? Long time no see, buddy. Listen in, because this is where he kind of tells on himself.
Oh, it's some slapdick. So you're following slapdicks.
I think he's the only one following slap dicks, but let's continue.
I know nothing about the Dolphins and have no contact.
That know nothing about the Dolphins and have no contacts. Both lies, but let's continue.
I only have dolphin bed sheets.
But
listen, know nothing. Whatever. It's just dumb. I'm not going to sit here and go through all the reasons I know shit about the Dolphins.
whatever they throw out there, you guys are going to repeat it and talk about it. And that's what this sports talk world is filled with. And that's why they take people like Allen hook, line, and sinker. You know what I mean? It's kind of, that's what it is, man. That's why I don't do this anymore. I don't talk about stuff that isn't legit.
No, but if you'd also know that if you repeat the same lie enough times, people will believe it. Like,
yo,
the idea that you're legit,
guy.
like the idea that you're any more legit than we are. Really?
Listen, Color, I'm really trying to keep it together, but saying that he doesn't talk about stuff that isn't legit is fucking laughable.
I know.
It is fucking
You
laughable.
literally have
bro.
a fucking hat on with a virtual money symbol on
dude.
it.
You're a fucking dude on the internet now. Listen, you're not the fucking radio guy anymore, bro. You're on Streamlabs like every
You
fucking buddy
literally
else.
use fake money.
Yeah,
Mhm.
look at your fucking billboard bullshit ass thing you got. This guy would sell his fucking slap dick for a dime right now. Shut the fuck up.
Hialeah Park Casino. What did they give you a free marker for putting that backdrop up every Friday night?
He's probably at the Hialeah Parks. Listen, I get it. He's made
They
contacts.
give him a marker every Friday night for putting that banner up.
No, he's probably going live from there. But again, this guy's been in the community 30, 40 years, and they've run him up out of this bitch. And honestly, whatever. Let's continue.
You know what I mean? But I try to straighten you all out when you see and bring up, stupid shit like this.
Dude, this guy is, again, talk about a masochist. And we see this a lot. I see this a lot from people when their voice starts carrying and people start hearing them and they know people are listening, they start thinking that they're smarter than they really are. They start thinking they're tougher, they're better looking, they're wittier, they know more things. You're a dumb fat fuck. Like every fucking dork I see waltzing around. Yeah, you've been in the business a little bit, but the game and this game have passed you by, buddy.
It's like a lot of it. Hold on. You know what? I want to give the guy a little bit of break here.
No,
okay,
I'm
Big
not,
O,
because
I
color,
understand.
because
hold on. My sector of work in line of work in two different trades that I learned for myself in life. One manual labor trade and one technical trade, and both of them went obsolete. Okay, so I understand where you're coming from, Big O. It's okay. It's okay to embrace your regular common man again. Okay, bro.
Color.
It's okay.
He can't,
you can just be
color.
regular.
It's that color. That's what that same character flaw that you're talking about is how he's not on an AM radio station anymore, and fucking AM radio is dead outside of fucking local markets,
anybody on
specific
YouTube gives
niches.
a shit about what he did on radio.
No one gives a fuck about what you did on radio, buddy. They don't. Okay,
We're here to have a good time. If you don't want to have a good time,
well,
kick
no, color.
rocks.
It's not just a good time, because what we know by being so in depth in this game is that I'm getting the answers well before anyone that's going to report upon it. He's waiting for the reporters to tell him what I already fucking knew. That's what it is.
Precisely what I'm saying. Why would I have to ask him about it
Color.
if Sporting News reported it?
It's the same reason why all of you don't watch the draft and you watch it here, because we're going to give you the draft picks 10 minutes before they fucking get on television. We are ahead of the curve on all of this stuff and have been. And this new medium paradigm is inherently doing that. That's why fucking TV's dying. That's why news is dying. That's why fucking radio's dying. That's why podcasts are up and this business is booming. And he's in this business now, but he's still operating off of the fucking old beta program from the 80s. And that's the facts. Okay. So when you say, oh, it's only credible if I fucking tell you, well, I got to wait for 3-day-old credible news from your fucking dumbass.
Me some bullshit, and I'm like, yo, dude, did you see the source? Why are you asking me? That's what you should do.
Hold on.
Because he
And
heard
that's
a
usually
rumor.
what
and
Hold on,
happens
color.
to my
source yet.
friends, to a lot of you out there. You'll send me some bullshit, and I'm like, yo, dude, did you see the source? Why are you asking me? You know what I mean? Is it the Sporting
you're the
News? Oh,
source.
it's not? Oh, it's some slapdick. So you're following slapdicks that know nothing about the Dolphins and have no contacts. But whatever they throw out there, you guys are going to repeat it and talk about it.
I just want to point out all of your contacts are gone. They're gone. The contacts from the 90s, Big O, aren't there anymore, bro. You know whose contacts are? The us that grew up there that are 20, 30 years younger than you, that are now, it's our people in the building. That's what you know. And our people, they don't go to, hey, what's the local old Radiohead? What's happening? We're here live on the radio. Ding, 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 ding. Ring your fucking cowbell. That shit died 30 years ago. Okay?
And again, Cap, I just don't understand how he doesn't see the fallacy he's committing here, bro. He's saying that the person that's asking him about it is asking him because he perceives him to be the source. So in order to not go out and talk a bunch of smack like he's saying, the guy is asking him, is this true? Have you also heard this rumor? If not, I won't regurgitate it. Give people a fucking chance, dude.
Shout out to Ace again. I actually met him back in the day. He's always been a guy, quote, tough to deal with. So, yeah, and that's been, listen, even when he was here in the radio and all that stuff, you'd listen to the radio for a little bit, and after about 2 months of it, you're like, okay, we get it. Your listeners are dumb. You're the smartest. You fucking know everything. You're the only person that should be believed.
So if his listeners are dumb, and I don't consider myself dumb, why would I be one of his listeners? Can
I'm not.
Replay the last
that's why this
seconds
is
again one more time, dude.
Alrighty. Well, probably a little further than that, but just listen in.
Roughly,
You know what I mean? Because if you don't hear me talk about it, it can't be legit.
Okay.
Right? You
That's
know what
why
I'm
he asked
saying?
you.
Is the Sentinel reporting it? Did the Palm Beach?
No.
Did the Miami
This is
Herald
on the
report
internet.
it?
I'm
Did
had
a
they reported it,
legitimate
he wouldn't
source?
be asking you.
Had they reported it, wouldn't be asking you. You'd be talking about it because you're a fucking day late. But go ahead, Big O.
So-
What else?
Just so you'll know, when you ask that, you're already asking and answering your own question.
How does he
Oh,
know
I
that?
am?
It was
How does he know that?
I don't know, Color. Is he supposed to just, this guy's an idiot?
a dumb question
Oh, it's a dumb question by a dumb person.
because it's not true.
Okay.
And you're only asking it because you didn't hear it from a real source.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
right. So,
And that's
so what is
usually
he
what
doing right
happens
now?
to my
He's
friend.
asking you.
That's right. He obviously trusts you, but heard something from somebody and wants to relay it by what,
And just
what
like
this
a law
guy.
enforcement officer, you return his question, is a legitimate question, with an insult.
And well, Color, that guy's the boss. If you don't believe me, look at his fucking hat. It says so right there. That's the boss. He's the guy in charge.
Let him continue a second.
All right.
To a lot of you out there, you'll send me some bullshit, and I'm like, yo, dude, did you see the source? Why are you asking me? You know what I mean?
You answered your own
Is it-
question, dumb fuck.
Talk to him, Color. He's the one to ask, isn't he? Isn't he the all-knowing? Isn't he the fucking Bitcoin boss man? Isn't he the big O, big Bitcoin boss man? Knows everything,
continue.
radio boy?
I got one more. Go ahead.
Reporting news? Oh, it's not? Oh, it's some slapdick. So you're following slapdicks that know nothing about the Dolphins and have no contacts.
No,
But
keep going. It's almost
whatever they throw out there, you guys are going to repeat it and talk about it. And that's
right there.
that's what this
Stop. Whatever they throw out there, you're going to repeat it and talk about it.
Oh,
He's
so this
asking
is-
you so that he won't do that.
Well, it's gatekeeping 101, Color. This guy's the echo chamber. He's out here. He was one of the ones pushing all the Fire Flores, suck off, slap dick Tua.
Okay, but if I intended to just regurgitate shit like he suggests, if anybody did, why would they be asking? To clarify.
Saturday, Ace. Saturday. Be there for when the link is dropped, Ace. Appreciate you, my brother.
You see what
Saturday.
You see what I'm saying here, right? Like, I mean, it's a simple logical fallacy he's committed. He's saying you guys are gonna run with this stuff.
Okay.
And the guy is asking him,
should I run with this?
right, so that I won't run with it if it's bullshit. Instead, you've got to insult him for handing you bullshit.
Well, and
Instead
that's
of just
what his,
saying,
that's how he's
"Bro,
always dealing with it.
I haven't heard anything like that. You trust me or you don't. And I just haven't heard anything like about that.
Well, but Color, he could say all
Simple
that
as
he wants, but a simple Google search proves that he's late to the fucking party. I just did it. I just showed
Understand
you
why he feels
before
the
we.
need why I do understand psychologically. but I
Yeah,
don't understand
it's
why he's
megalomaniac.
Control freak, bro. He
He's
wants
a fucking
to marry
megalomaniac.
Everybody he talks to.
Listen, you know, we get TuaSexuals around here that want to call us out for trying to maximize and profit off of shit, right?
Yeah,
We're
trying to
not-
make
we're not-
something out of this.
We're not. This
not.
is the guy that's doing that.
Right.
Look at his fucking
controlling the
page.
narrative. If it didn't
Bro.
come from him, he can't make money off of
Bro,
it.
he'll
He's
literally
telling everybody, you guys
Right.
are dumb for listening to them. You need to listen to me so he can make the money off of it. That's what it is. This guy's a dumb fuck. He's just, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. This man is trying to pose as a tough guy when really he's just a bitch. He's a wet noodle, soft ass, TuaSexual, brown noser that wants to sit there and pay everybody to be on his damn show. Well, guess what? Around these parts at TFTG, I don't remember. We don't pay anybody, do we? We don't pay anybody to be on this show. You know who we've had on this show before? We've had some former players on this show. We had, and even Shake
Other
Money
people in the community
on his show. And guess what? We didn't pay them. We don't got to pay anybody around here. This guy is just trying to be, this guy is the essence of being a gatekeeper. It's his way or the highway. Well, guess what, bitch? Your shit stinks, and everybody can smell it a mile away.
Your highway anymore.
No, they're not. The way in which it was used to be doing is not. Don't get me wrong. Paying somebody for a local spot visits is something people do on YouTube for people that are not in the YouTube realm, and that's fine. And I'm not begrudging him, but we know what he has done. He tried to corner the market on it and prevent everyone else from accessing these people.
That buys into Big O. He's in their chats all the time. By the way, he's one of those little bitches on there. So
Costa Nostra, don't say it ain't so, buddy.
You can go ahead and unfollow us. Go over to Big O and suck on wet noodle.
No, Costa Nostra.
But again, all he does is disparage everybody he talks to about everything, and people give him money for that. I mean, if that ain't the definition of cucked, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Alex saying it perfect. He goes, I used to listen to him all the time, but after a few months, I couldn't take his condescending ways, belittling the very same fans that donate and provide for his channel. That's 100%. It, bro. And listen,
I hadn't even seen Alex's comment. What a coincidence.
It's a beautiful thing. And listen, that's kind of where I was at too. I don't want to be, listen, we throw shade around here a lot, and we even get into it with people in chat that don't come on the panels. But that's only after a long time of calculation. If I thought that I was going to go in on somebody and make them feel belittled and dumb, that would hurt my feelings if I knew I did that to somebody. That's not what this is about, bro. This is about having a good time and learning some shit and partying on and fucking rooting for this team and talking about this shit while we do it. Let's continue.
The sports talk world is filled with, and that's why they take people like Alan hook, line, and sinker. You know what I mean? It's kind of, that's what it is, man. That's why I don't do this anymore. I don't talk about stuff that isn't legit. You know,
the guy who literally has a fucking ad every 3 inches on his fucking person and on his page is doing it for the right reasons and is an authority and isn't doing what he's literally saying we're nobodies, don't know nothing, but he's the one dressed like a literal fucking clown.
You know what I mean? But I try to straighten you all out when you see and bring up, stupid shit like this that it's not legit.
Is that a smartwatch or is that a regular old timepiece?
It's a smartwatch.
Smartwatch. It is. Just let's just continue.
Watch that should tell you everything you need to know.
Let's continue.
Source. So why are you asking? And first of all, why are you following wherever you got it from? You should unfollow right now. That's what
you should unfollow. This man is telling people
not to unfollow. Now, Cap, I just illustrated how people that watch him and donate money to him are cooked. But did I tell him not? Did I tell them not to be cooked? Did I tell them to unfollow?
It's crazy.
He's outright telling people to unfollow. How is that not defamation, dude?
Well, it's certainly getting him called out because he's telling people to quit and unfollow and that they don't know anything about this game, this industry, or this world.
The thing that don't make it defamation is that he didn't specifically refer to a certain.
Well, did he or did he not? Color, because listen in.
That's what you should do, Alan. Wherever you got that from, you should unfollow and mute whatever that is.
Listen.
That's what you should do. But you'll go back to that site for the next 10 years to go find stuff because it is your echo chamber.
This
Does that
literally
mean Big O thinks we're going to be around for 10 years?
Big O is literally gatekeeping.
Gotta celebrate
Color.
this shit.
Color. He's literally gatekeeping, saying he has only the right answers and only listen to him, which is what echo chamber is. He acts like echo chamber, like he's some prophesized fucking genius. You are literally a walking fucking hypocrite, bro. You're a literal look like walking hypocrite. That's what you are. You're the pot calling the kettle black. You're a douchebag on fucking YouTube like the fucking rest of us. And your radio career fizzled the fuck out. That's the facts. Because if it didn't, you would be hoping fucking XM radio or some shit be calling you up. But they're fucking not. Because you're this guy.
And I kind of agree with Carlos here, except the only difference between me and Big O, Carlos, because I do actually agree with your statement here. He says Color and the Big O kind of are kind of the same in a way. Both have strong views and voice them out. And I don't disagree with that at all. I wholeheartedly would agree with every word in that statement. The only thing that I would say is the difference is I didn't just tell you you're a stupid idiot for saying that.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. That's exactly correct, Color.
I didn't tell, and I'm not telling you to
I have nothing but love for everybody in this freaking audience.
I'm not telling people how to Dolphin fan. I'm not telling them to unsubscribe from other programs and that I'm the only person you should be listening to because I'm the greatest, smartest, all-knowing Dolphin content guy. If you think that you're that, you're a fucking asshole. Listen in.
Shout out to Mr. Polk, by the way. Big O does look like the store manager of a 7-Eleven and the king of Big Gulp. I agree.
He does. Listen in.
Fills the echo chamber. Jeff in Long Island. Howdy.
Defamation.
Good afternoon to you, Lenny Pena. Anyway.
Long Island?
No, it was El Capitan.
Oh, nothing wrong with it. Oh, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? We're the only ones supposed to be saying Capitan right now. What just happened?
No, it was El Capitan.
Looking to his person to the side. No, it was El Capitan. Because he knows who the fuck El Capitan is. Well, he definitely knows. He definitely fucking knows. That's why he looked. No, it's El Capitan. He knows who the fuck.
Favor? Is that what he's trying to do here?
No, he just told them to unsubscribe.
Yeah, but he just made 11,000 people aware of us.
11,000 Color. I don't think 1,000 people watch this fucking episode, bro. I know he's got a lot of subscribers, but his shit's in the tanker on here too.
You know, like I said, I should do, Alan. Wherever you got that from, you should unfollow and mute whatever that is. No, it was El Capitan.
Why would you need to mute
like
it?
I said,
Color, just stop for a second.
People, Alan Hook, like I said. I think El Capitan is short for slapdicks.
I think Big O just fucking sexually assaulted me just now. I think that was sexual assault. I think it was defamation of character, and I think he just made a pass at me that
I think he did.
But it was borderline.
Borderline El Capitan. I want to slap your dick. That's what it just said to me.
Well, the reason. Let me just look up something before I speak about what I'm about to say. Go ahead.
He's actually going to Google search slap dick, aren't you?
Yeah, I would not do that.
Close.
It's not good, bro.
Close. I am using Google for something, but not
anyway,
not a search.
No, it was El Capitan. Like I said.
See? That's the fucking response and face of someone who knows who El Capitan is. Look.
Anyway.
Look.
Okay, but he's wrong.
Hold on. Color. Look.
No, it was El Capitan. Like I said.
Him and his producer are like, oh, yeah, we know who the fuck that is.
Well, I've just looked up Google Translate, and that is not Spanish for slapdick.
Oh, thanks, Color.
Spanish for slapdick is bofetada en la polla.
Said, I think El Capitan is short for slapdicks.
No, I'm pretty sure
Something
it's
like that.
bofetada en la polla.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's
I
short.
guess it somewhat sounds like El Capitan.
I'm pretty sure it's short for he's your daddy. That's what it is.
I'm pretty sure El Capitan to him means I want to touch your slap dick. That's what I just heard.
Yeah,
I don't know why he's
fucking
fucking
bro.
Listen,
I know it's 2025, but damn, dude.
Listen,
Yeah,
I know you're from Boca, but I'm not. I don't get down like that. So, Ace, when you make waves in the community, you're thrusted upon with your takes and your stuff, and they always. It's impossible. The community's big, but it's not that big. There's no doubt El Capitan's name has come across anyone and everyone in this Dolphins community. If they haven't, you're fucking lying. And everybody knows it. And the tailgate here, we move. Do we do it as much as we do all the time? No. Sometimes we're a little less, sometimes we're a little more, but we are consistent because we're always here. And what we do better than any is get it first and get it right. But what we don't do is tell you to not subscribe and don't listen to them. And anyone who is telling you to not listen to other people is not only conceited, but they're also very small. They're very small in their slap dicks, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them feel very inferior. And I get it.
Kind of weak.
Because
it is weak and paranoid to be telling people to unfollow other channels. That is kind of weak and paranoid.
I get it. But even if Big O was a 19-year-old strapping young man, I could be 20 years older and still school him in every which way in this game of football.
Right. Not only
That's
that,
it.
but he's telling people to unfollow a channel that's run by a bunch of guys that don't give a fuck nearly as much as he does about the, you know what I mean?
The other thing is, and this is the oxymoron of it, right?
Waste of time.
He sat there and belittled the fan, right? And then he went ahead and started to make all these comments. If he was really that legit, he would actually go research it. Go see what was actually said.
No, he's got to wait. He's got to wait. He's got to wait and have somebody tell him what to say.
That's not his agenda, Ali.
That's not his agenda.
Is to get rid of the big, scary competitor.
The fact that did you see how he looked at the other person when he found out it was you?
Yeah, I did. I mean, just that's not a guess. That's a, oh, fuck, we were talking about this guy the other day.
Echo chamber.
It's a, oh, fuck, we've talked about this fucking guy before.
Chamber. Jeff in Long Island. Howdy.
Enough to be an echo chamber.
To be very clear, very, very clear, we never, not once, not on Twitter, not here, said that we were definitely signing Keenan Allen. We were debating if it was a good fit or not.
That's right, because we had heard a rumor.
Yes,
we heard an idea. We heard an idea, and it sounded like a plausible idea. So we discussed whether it was a good idea or not. So what?
I'll tell you this. I hope Keenan Allen ends up on the Ali. I fought hard in the paint to not bring Keenan Allen here.
Now you want him to come just for
I
this.
would love it if Keenan Allen came at this point because I would
personally polish his shoes. Keenan, if you're out there, I will personally polish your receiving gloves, dude.
Yeah, that's the other part of it. Allen, whoever you were that asked this question, Al Cap was the one solely against it. He was 100% against it.
Right, and I came in like, wow, I didn't even know people were talking about that because I've been busy doing real shit in life. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. So what?
Carlos Garcia, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Finn's tailgate.
Yeah,
I don't think that's happening.
Not for a lack of wanting, Carlos.
I don't give a fuck enough, but that's just the truth. And that's why I support TFTG 10,000%, bringing facts and content and joy, right? And listen, we've gotten pretty messy here on the program. And you can go back and watch, I mean, just a month or so ago, you know, we had some unicorn action on here that would really blow, that really get it up there. We operate in every paradigm. Some of these people want to come around out here and read stats like they know something, and that's fine. I'm not going to tell you not to listen to them, but we'll read the stats too. And all it is interpretation of stats. Or you want to be a robot, in which case just go to one of them AI YouTube things and fucking do that. Or there's other people that are just giving their opinions. Or there's other people just doing little clips. And then there's other people doing just panels. And then there's other people doing, entertaining content. Here at the Fins Tailgate, you're going to get the whole fucking ball of wax. And usually you're going to get it all on one fucking episode too. That's what we provide. That's who we are.
And you know what
I
else?
say
There's a lot of
continue
going
to
on
watch.
YouTube, Cap.
Continue to watch those other programs.
Yeah, you
but
know what?
Know
else
what you're
there's a
getting
lot of
here.
on YouTube that's really fun to watch. People roasting idiots like this.
That's absolutely right. And
It's one of my pastimes, dude.
I know, right? I know. Then here we go. I want you to look again, Ali, because you pointed out. Look.
Good afternoon to you, Lenny Pena.
Right here.
No, it was El Capitan.
And look at how his eyes were. It wasn't like laughing or anything. He kind of giggled for a second.
Yeah.
And when he looked, he was just like, God damn it. Kind of like,
Good afternoon to you, Lenny Pena.
Hey, can we see it in slow motion?
Yeah, there is a way to slow it down, Color, actually.
Good afternoon, Lenny Pena.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
It was El Capitan.
Here it goes.
Anyway.
It's priceless.
No, it was El Capitan. Like
bro, rewind it again, because when he was sighing, he was like, that was him thinking about the slapdick.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Oh, wait, I'm going to start watching him in half speed. This is fun.
I'm going to go quarter speed.
Quarter speed.
Quarter speed.
Oh my God, it sounds like I was watching a porn going,
No, it was El Capitan.
Listen.
He kind of looks like Rick from Pawn Stars right there.
Real quick, I want it quiet for the whole playthrough.
Good afternoon to you, Lenny Pena.
I like what Mr. Polk said. Big O farted actually at that point. That's why he was sighing.
Yo, y'all are fucked. I'm sorry, but keep the Tailgate's name out your motherfucking mouth, because I'm telling you, if you don't want to end up, because I'm sorry, this is ended up right where everything else ends up.
Tailgate.
It's
Guys,
done.
It's a pastime, bro.
It's done. Do not end up in our fucking spider web. Hold on here. Quiet.
Here comes the finger.
Anyway.
Did you do that, Color?
I will disavow any knowledge of that.
It did look like you fucking just. Hold on. All right. I
We
want to
have
get quiet.
make it our own original content somehow, bro. YouTube's
Listen.
rules.
If there's one thing for certain, YouTube, we're making this content originally. God damn it, I don't give a fuck. Hold on, here we go. Here it is.
Yep. See, he's like clenching it too. He's like,
Yeah,
he's it off.
He's trying to get that out of there.
Hold
on.
I just thought of something I need to get from the Walgreens. Do
Hold
they
on.
still have them old whoopee cushions at Walgreens, dude?
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
If anybody has Big O's address, send him some Beano. He might need it.
Ace says, guys, I'm out. I'll be looking for the link. Great job. Remember, Lace is out.
Is that Big O's Beano?
I don't know. Hit the like button, everybody, please.
He'd make a good barbecue sauce. Big O's barbecue sauce.
and just put his face on there. They'll be like, yeah, that guy knows some things about barbecue sauce.
Doing, bro.
Look at that face. That's a fucking barbecue sauce face right there. Real quick, let's let it go. All right. Really quick, guys. Put everybody's mics on mute because I'm gonna clip this later. Ah, shit. Y'all fucked me up.
No, it was.
Hold on.
Anyway. No, it was El Capitan.
Honestly,
So funny, dude.
honestly, I want to take that soundbite and then play it to Iron Man.
Holy
El Capitan.
definitely going, dude, that's definitely going in the archives, bro. For
Totally,
sure.
dude.
Like, we're gonna file that one. Right
I am.
underneath.
Finn's tailgate.
Yeah, no, it's ending up on the board and it'll never go anywhere.
God, that's so
HB,
funny.
I need that. It's at the 1 hour and 45-minute mark. We need that clipped and emailed to me so I can put it in the registry, or actually, if you could, because we need that. I want that audio. In fact, when we do a new intro video, we might have to string together some of these clips for a good intro or outro video. You know what I'm saying? Something to keep ourselves a little bit ahead of the curve. We'll throw a little bit of El Capitan. No, it was El Capitan in there. That would be sick, dude. So,
okay, that's the there'll be a spike on the sound wave for
El Cap, I'm not gonna lie, the wheels are rolling on a new T-shirt idea.
totally, dude.
Going,
Totally.
bro. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was El Capitan.
By the way, real quick,
But if we did it,
real
we'd
quick.
get
Meme alert, dog.
This is what happens when you take a bunch of cool guys, okay, who love the First Amendment and relegate
love this
them
nation.
and ridicule them and discredit them for everything else they do. This is all we have left to do now, Big O. Sorry. This is all we got left, man.
Yeah, because
We're
I'm
slapdick.
already.
We're-
Well, listen,
we're
I'm 2 days
slapdick.
ahead. We're 2
But
days
here's
ahead
the
of the
point.
curve.
Here's the point, though. Cat for Life hits it on the head. Where is it at? Cat for Life. Where you at? Damn, I just saw it, bro. He said something about slapstick.
Slapstick comedy at its
And
finest.
it's right. I mean,
Yes.
I don't think it's a coincidence that he referred to us as slap dicks. So we're going to call it slap dick comedy.
Ali Bender with the Jabba the Hood.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah,
Ali Bender with the job of a hood.
that's another shirt idea.
I was right around that idea. Either that or I'm thinking if anybody up north knows what Big Boys is, I'm thinking about using a
And
Big
Ollie,
Boy.
also do a second shirt incorporating slap dick comedy somehow.
Okay, give me a few moments.
Yeah, just take your time on that one. But yeah, because that's what we do here. Slap dick comedy.
Listen, we are literally, we bring it to the forefront, dude. It's in real time around here, baby. And you know what? It's always new shit. It's not, oh, I got the same little bit, the same intro, the same thumbnail, the same fucking flow. No, we are bringing completely unadulterated, new, creative content
Adulterated.
every
Definitely adulterated.
okay, completely unique content over and over and over again. We are constantly trying to reinvent ourselves. Everybody's asking about your haircut, Ali.
What about my
Ollie,
haircut?
can we get it? I think he was. I guess Big Nick says you look like the Green Lantern.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
You look like some hard motherfucker in jail or something. Dude. Like you got one of them hats on, you know, that the boss wears.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
We'll just call you the boss.
Hold on. I might have a demo for you real quick. For
see it.
a possible t-shirt. Just give me two shakes.
While
Keep it
you're
rolling.
doing that, I do want to take one quick serious note, or genuine note, I should say. And this is with all respect and genuineness, because of what I've been witnessing lately and what's been going on, you know, for a long time now. And especially with what's recently happened. I just want to thank Big Nick for the work he does, with auditing and helping to protect our First Amendment right. And I also want to make sure you guys are aware of his channel, Big Nick South Florida Accountability. Works the Broward, Miami region most of the time. I don't know if he's ever been up to Palm Beach or not, but we could use him up here. And I also want to direct you all to a channel called Accountability for All, ran by a Patriots fan up in
Release it.
in Massachusetts. The guy's name's Josh, and this dude's the real deal.
Is he
needs
now?
all the support he can get for the fight he's fighting. He is on the front lines of protecting our First Amendment rights, right in the government building. I mean, this dude is unreal, and y'all got to go check him out. Josh over at Accountability for All is the name of the channel. And I just wanted to thank everybody, including Big Nick, for the work they do in that regard. And that's a genuine, serious note. So back to the fun.
Real quick, El Cap, can you bring the video back up? I need to screenshot Big O for a second.
Say less. Hold on, let me get it pulled up here for you. Ugh, God, it's so hard to fucking get it right where you want it. There you go.
Okay. Do me a favor and just slowly fast forward it where we clipped it, kind of.
Anyway.
And pause. Thank you. Right there. Just keep it there for a second. I'll tell you when to take it off.
Studio work right here live. This is
no
great.
problem. You're welcome, everybody. Hit the like button for the fun. Tonk.
Okay.
We are holding a class on how
Tonk,
to,
what's up, buddy?
on how to email somebody.
No, you should hold a class on gatekeeping.
Oh, definitely, because he talked about gatekeeping us. He wanted people to unsubscribe to our program.
No.
Yeah, just because we were exercising our First Amendment right.
I was the gatekeepeth.
You're the keeper of the gate?
No, y'all are the keeper of my gate because my show wasn't on YouTube tonight because y'all are running the show.
Damn.
Why didn't you run your show?
It's not that it didn't run. It's that y'all took my show over.
You were
Did
waiting
you
for us to finish?
No, he went.
I don't know.
He went live. No, it should be on live, right?
It wasn't on YouTube. It was only on Twitter.
Oh.
What do you mean? We've broadcasted multiple things on YouTube. I did it just
Shay-
yesterday.
Shay couldn't find me on YouTube. Neither could I.
That means whoever set it up didn't select YouTube.
Something must have
Oh,
made a
for real?
mistake. Yeah,
we
maybe
have to
maybe there was a
select
mistake.
multiple ones.
I'll have to look into it.
Okay.
Tonk is a gatekeeper. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh.
Gatekeeper is fucking wild,
A
bro.
gate? What the fuck is a gate?
Let's not get into it. Wow. Wallering them out, Tonk.
that
Holy
word.
shit.
What the fuck is?
So,
What does that mean?
we'll educate you backstage.
It's a butt plug.
Well, Tonk comes in and we shifted over like 3 tracks over,
Listen,
bro.
I have to end this show in 5 minutes.
Okay.
It must be nice.
Just give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds here. Almost done. This will be worth it. I'm telling you.
All right, but Tonk, listen in. We put him in slow mo. Just listen in. After telling everyone to get rid of not subscribing to us, this is what he said. It's in slow mo.
No, it was El Capitan.
Oh my god.
What is he talking smack for?
Do you notice the groan right before he said it? He's like,
was El Capitan. Slap dick, El Capitan.
He's Mr. Gate.
I was El Capitan, got me the game. Fuck out of here, dude. Capitan.
I think I'm gonna do a
What is
whole
he hating
show
on you
about it.
for?
I don't know, but I'll tell
Yeah,
you
we
what.
can't figure- 'cause we-
If you
because
you
we
guys
dared
haven't
talk
looked
about a
at-
rumor.
we did that show yesterday on Keenan Allen rumors to Miami, and someone asked him about the rumor, and he's like, "Oh, it's stupid, blah blah blah. It's not a credible source, wherever you're getting it from, because I didn't hear about it, and I only give you the credible source. Blah 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 blah. I am God. I know everything. Dolphins football. Only come to me." And then he goes, "Oh, it was El Capitan. It was El Capitan."
Slap dick.
El Capitan ain't doing nothing, dude. Look, what
listen,
did
so-
you do?
Fucking gave him the gape. I don't fucking know.
All right, we're gonna
Look,
do
man,
it.
like,
We're gonna do
I'll
it
just
for
look,
a
whatever
couple
people
that are just joining. We'll do it one more time in full speed, Cap, just so everybody knows what we're talking about who have joined us late.
I can't, Color. I got to end this show in 4 minutes.
Oh, right.
Why do you have to
Alright.
end into 2
It
hours?
has to end under 2 hours. I have to end it under 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh, we got rules now.
Yeah,
why?
2 hour shows because
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, Mel Capitan, you've
Yeah.
changed me.
I know. Listen, we can go back and watch it. It was a lot.
He's like, shut up, Cole.
Tell me, man.
Timestamp on that, Cap. You know what the timestamp on was? That was on.
I'm going home. What's up?
Oh man.
You know what the timestamp was on that on his comment on El Capitan's comment?
Half-
Yes.
All
half
right.
past,
was,
half past
40 minutes and 58 seconds was exactly
Gape.
All right.
Gaping
Go ahead.
hole.
58
Go
seconds.
ahead. Go ahead, Ali. You got 2
I'm
minutes.
uploading it right now.
All right.
Add file.
I just while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna
Low upload speed.
I want you guys to see the thumbnail.
Okay,
that-
I got it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is that? Hot dogs?
Hot dog slapping him in the face.
Why
Yeah,
is
but
so-
it
Waited
doesn't.
all that time for that.
Damn,
Yeah.
Ali. Damn, Ali.
Like, what do you?
If you give me more time, it could be a lot better. But that's for some reason I don't know what's going on with this format of StreamYard, but it like zooms in like super fat. If you zoomed out, you could definitely see a lot more. It cut out half the
Who's
picture. For
this?
some reason.
All of you have the answers, but none of y'all are doing shit about anything in this world. All talk, no walk. Well,
What the fuck is he
what are you
talking about?
talking about, dude? Well,
Oh,
what are you supposed to do
Wait a minute.
when you're sitting?
No. I'm literally doing the walk right now, bro.
Motherfucker, go to my show. I'll show you what the fuck I actually do. Go to my show. You want to see
At
some
least we
ticket
don't
time.
talk through a mask.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, YouTube has rules and regulations for sure. All right, listen.
Shadow banning.
I'm shutting this thing down. I'll see you boys backstage. Look out for the impromptu Friday show if any of us are feeling up to it. Maybe we can convince Color to fucking host one of these things. That would be incredible. And also look out for the TMI episode. It's going to be dropping here directly. That was just recorded.
Was that a
Salute to that.
Did Capitan just guilt trip me?
No, and then also be
Is that possible?
Be here Saturday night for Late Night Exhale. Make sure you guys are here. We're gonna have a We're gonna have a great time. We'll see you guys next time. Fins up. Hit the like button on the way out, everybody. Thank you and have a good day. And also, I'll leave you guys with this. You don't have to unsubscribe to anybody to watch TFTG.
Watch anybody you